Hello and welcome to another episode of Akiba's trip, Undead and Undressed. Last time, we had a lot of story, a lot of exposition, and a lot of bombshells. And now, it is time to do a lot of stuff that is all very similar to each other. So as you notice, we have side missions, and wow, we have a lot of side missions. There's me not quite sure which one to pick. So, really, it's kind of a hard sell on which side missions are more important than the others, so here I'm just kind of like picking at random. But basically, this is the side mission gauntlet before fighting Zenya that we're about to go through. And they're all, not all of them, but there are a lot of similar ones, like incredibly similar ones. And of course, I wasn't even sure where I was at for this one. But this first one is a pretty standard beat up somebody because they suck mission, where we gotta find some guy who's doing something stupid and then beat him up because he's doing something stupid. But there's gonna be a unifying theme to a lot of the missions that we're about to do, and it all comes down to the camera, and that'll be very soon. But first, we gotta talk to this guy. So this guy is like beating up people for Raremon. In no way a parody of any existing franchise. And he says he's coercing them, you know, in friendliness to, you know, get stuff. But now he's gonna give us a sob story, and of course, now we're just gonna be like, yeah, let's just beat this kid up. So exactly what we're gonna do. This kid has fists, so he's gonna fight us with precision. However, I did the old low attack dodge, which is very good. His clothes are a bit durable, but as you notice, I went in and pretty much just tore him apart. And that was probably one of the easiest just encounters I've ever had. That was very, very brief. So now we're going to go to Radio Kaikon. And here we're going to accept a pretty simple mission. And it's just like the first cross-dressing mission that allowed us to wear women's clothing. It's that again. Except there's more guys, and they're all in Yodobashi, where we just were, basically. So we got to get dressed up again, which I'm not sure of the exact qualifiers, but I always thought it was you just had to have all your main clothing be women's clothing. So I just went ahead and equipped some pretty decently high durability ladies' clothing, just in case. You know, I don't know how it's gonna go, and just made my way down there. And lucky for us, this is pretty much the same exact as the last encounter. Of course, I'm looking for them, and here they are over here in the middle of the square, just hanging out. These playboys. Of course, they're gonna hit on us, and we're gonna set them off, and they're not gonna be very happy. And of course, these Eiffel Tower wielding guys, as you can see, they just come in for an onslaught of attacks, which is very it was very sudden. I was caught off guard in some of the worst ways. That guy in the red like clothing here pretty much went at me immediately right after the encounter started. I almost didn't even have time to defend, but it just didn't register in my mind. Of course, the other two guys are just those big, like, those like work of art wielding bullies, and they're not too hard to deal with because their weapons aren't very useful, honestly. They're pretty lumbering and large, and right there, we have pretty much taken out everybody. And when I thought it was over, it wasn't. I had to go and take out someone else, and unfortunately, I got stuck in a large encounter in which I thought that maybe I had to do because I was still in and it didn't let me go, but then I remembered maybe a little bit too late that a guy had asked me to do this, and it wasn't an encounter that you get the quest rewards immediately after like doing it, like the one we just did. So this is basically just some free-for-alling, me just taking out my anger on the denizens, the synthesters hiding, and here I was just getting pissed off and decided to use Unison Strip because I just wanted this to end. And of course, after this, it kind of only made things worse. Yodobashi is Well, it's a big square, so considering like synthesters, there's really no getting away from them because like there's so many that can show up due to the way the level is set up. So I took out this girl and I'm like, it's gotta be over, right? But no, there was like 2 more guys and I went, no, I'm leaving. And of course I made my escape right then and there. It was probably the smartest thing I did. I probably should have done that earlier, but that's okay. Just doing some free-for-alling for fun. I went to look at my stats. Something I have never done in this entire playthrough because it really does not matter, but that was actually completely by accident. I went and put my military vest back on, and now I'm going to go back to Radio Kaikon and talk to that girl and get my reward. And those are probably the only quests with any... No, there's one more. But for now... those are like 2 quests that are just basically just beating up people. These next quests, we're going to become photographers. Professional grade photographers. And what that means is we're going to have 3 missions, and I mean this, 3 whole missions where we're going to go take photographs. So, and they're all different, but they're pretty much in the same vein as each other. And right now we only have one of them focused, so we're gonna find this one guy, and of course he's over here on the left, I think. He's a bum. We're gonna go talk to him. And yes, here he is. We're gonna talk to this guy, and he wants us to take pictures of food ads. Wow, really exciting. So we gotta go around and take pictures of food ads for this guy and make him happy. And of course he's giving us all these names that I'm not reading, but I am going to read when I look at the actual quest line. So, of course, the first one that hit me was on Main Street Southeast, which is the French Toast, which is a bit high up. This one's always a tricky one. For some reason, and of course I was in scan mode here, and then I realized that. I think after I take the first picture I realized that, and then I go into camera mode. Well, right here, oh, I didn't even take a picture. Right here, up above me, is the French toast. Or the buttered toast, whatever you want to call it. Or the honey toast. I think it's honey toast. Now, the problem with this is for some reason the angle of which you have to get this picture in is really weird and precise. So as you can see, I'm trying to take the picture of it and I'm not getting it. So here I just went ahead and just spammed pictures repeatedly. To the point where, oh, there we go, I got the message and I was done. So there's a bit of a rapid fire. And of course, now I had to go look at the other one. When there's another one in Akiba Park, which is the hot dog, which is, I'm going to take a very quick picture of it. It's right over there. I knew it was there, so I kind of rapid fired it. And the next one, of course, is Go Curry on the Main Street Southwest. Now, the last one is the dumpling stand in the battle arena. But as you, I'm sure you have guessed, we cannot go to the battle arena without setting off the quest line. And of course, if I do that, then I'm not going to be able to do any of these other side missions. So, for now, we have to leave that quest alone because we can't finish it. We can't go to the battle arena and take the dumplings picture. Instead, we're going to go back to Radio Kaikon and we're going to get yet another photography-based side mission. In this mission, we have to take pictures of tourists to make Akiba look better by spurring up the tourism, by attracting people. And for some reason they want us to do it because I guess we're, cool because we beat people up in the street, which is, fine by me. Of course, I completely missed the guy I was supposed to talk to here and went for a nice lengthy stroll that I didn't want to show you because it was so great and so scenic. I didn't think you deserved it. So instead I'm going to show me talking to this guy. And of course, here, this is one of the few side quests in the game where you can actually finish it with less than what they want from you, I guess. Because what you can do is they give you 5 places where tourists are and you gotta take pictures of them. You can take 3 and get paid less, or take 6 and get paid the maximum amount. Now for completion's sake, here I went ahead and I did all 6, because, why not? Why not, give you the entire scope of tourism that is worth taking pictures of in this game. So of course, we're going to start here in Electrotown Plaza. It's so big, and everyone's kind of, dispersed, so we got to go find this guy, and of course, they're over here on the right. Luckily, yes, they are marked by the red side mission icon, which of course makes things easier for us. all you have to do is take a quick snapshot of them, and you get that was a great shot message down at the bottom of the screen, and that is your indicator that, you got that checked off. As you might have noticed, there's only 5 places on the quest list, so really, one of these places has more than one tourist, because of course, we have to take 6 pictures and there's only 5 places. Now, it just so happens that this is the place with 2 tourists, the side streets. Of course, I went over here almost to get a flyer, then remembered that I had already done that earlier, so I decided not to. We got a picture of that tourist back there, and of course there's another one up here, and that marks 2 for the side streets, which means in every other place there is only 1 tourist. So of course we got those out of the way, thankfully. I was afraid that I was not going to be able to remember exactly where those 2 were. Here, of course, the second free spirit has shown up for my side quest, and I almost went ahead and just talked to him and took it, but I decided not to. Decided to finish this quest up first before. Thought it'd be a lot easier if I did that. But of course, now we gotta go to the junk street. This is a little bigger than side streets, but there's only 1 tourist here, and so I had to kind of like go back and forth. I decided not to go down that road, mostly because the game will never put anything down that road, because it has the weird club down there that has some sort of use that is, I'm not entirely 100% on it, but it's some sort of like, it's not like a multiplayer thing, but there's like, it's just something about it that's not important, but I don't know. I'll get back to you if I remember it or think it's important, but I don't think it is. It's just something else. So of course I tried to do the quick grab for the flyer. I screwed up. I was so good at the beginning of the game at doing that. I've gone so rusty, and luckily our tourist is right here, obscured by this policewoman. But of course we're gonna just go ahead and get that done. And of course that leaves us with 1 last picture to take, which is in Radio Kaikon, which of course is near where we had to turn in our quest, and that's good for us because we want to get this done. So anyway, I'm going down and down the straight path first, just in case they're over here, and of course I'm looking through all these people, and it's not looking like they're over here, so naturally the only other place to go is back up the other way. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna comb through here just in case I missed them, because it's entirely possible I did. And oh wait, there they are. Seems we did miss them on the way there. And of course, we're gonna take that. We're just gonna skip through that. I was like, yeah, whatever. We're taking a picture of you. That's all you really need to know. And with that, that marks 6 pictures taken, and we can go ahead and get paid our maximum amount. And of course, this guy's gonna go ahead and, give us the old, yeah, you did it, man, and give us our money. And of course, the maximum amount payment for this quest. And right there, before I get back to the payment, I've never seen Shizuku do that in any playthrough I have ever done in this game. She just like bitch slapped that guy. Like, I've never seen that. Like, this is the first time I'd seen that animation in my entire like history of playing this game. It caught me off guard. So it was very weird, but it was very funny, and I am glad that you and I got to see it together. Thanks, guys. Anyway. Yeah, I got paid 12,000 yen. I think you get paid 6,000 yen if you turn it in early. I think you get it halved because you turn in half the quest's full amount. So, I think that's how they work it out. Now, of course, I talked to the wrong guy first. I thought that the guy I talked to was over there on the back wall, but no, that was that guy. And of course, he won't take it yet because we haven't gotten the dumpling stand, which of course we can't take yet, because we can't go to the battle arena, so naturally we're kind of, SOL on that. But this guy wants us to take pictures of other things, like scenic, cool stuff that he thinks is cool and wants us to take pictures of, that he's too lazy to go see, the attractions of Akiba. And of course, I'm also going to go over here and talk to this girl who wants to confess her feelings to us. But we got to go to Akihabara Park for some reason, and, well, I'm not going to do that yet, but I will do it, because it's important. And of course, that quest is called Like the Start of a Hentai Game, which I think is a very, very well composed quest title. And so, here we go. We're going to Junk Street to start taking pictures of stuff. The attractions. Now, this one I do so quickly, you're probably going to wonder what the hell I was taking a picture of. It was not the coin locker. It was that machine right there, that green looking thing. That's what I was taking a picture of. It's a parking fare adjustment machine. I did it very quickly, so it might have been a blur, but luckily I'm here to just smooth things out. The next one is the raffle stand, which is down here. We've walked by it like almost 1,000,000 times, and I've thought about this very quest every time I've seen it. And here it is. It's the front of this, the raffle stand. And of course, this guy's gonna run over here, and he wants us to pay him money. It's this guy again. And I just decided to not fight him. I talked to him, went, "You suck," and then ran away. Because running away is such a good mechanic in this game that I'm now just going to abuse it at all times. The next one we're going to go to is the mailbox in Akiba Park. This one is weird because you have to take this picture at a certain angle. Oh yeah, no. Alright, I remember now. I decided to take the wall mural of pandas picture first. Also, yes, I have stopped donating to the donation collectors because I'm so sick of them and I want to get out of their dialogue. I hope there's no repercussions for that. I've actually, in no playthrough have I ever said no to the donation collectors out of a moral standpoint, but now I'm just fed up. I've given them so much money already. How dare they call me cheapskate? Anyways, I can't go into picture mode because the camera's trying to take control because I'm going too close to the border of the area. So, like I said, yeah, and also that was the wall mural pandas, by the way. So if I didn't point that out to you, though, it was very obvious. Yes, that was the wall mural of pandas. That's the mailbox. And the weird thing about it is if you take a picture from that angle, it will not give it to you. And I don't know why. And that stumped me the first time I did this quest, but luckily I remembered that was wrong. You have to take it from this angle. And then it's good. And of course, there you go, the quest is done. Now the reason I went to Yodobashi first instead of doing the mailbox is because I thought, well, I have a quest here already, might as well just kill two birds with one stone. And naturally, what's what I'm doing, I'm going over to the parking garage, which is over here. And this quest is a little fun, and I've taken some liberties here. But of course, over here is the parking garage with all the cars, and we're going to get engaged in this great moment. So we're going to come over to this girl. I don't know why she wanted to meet us in a sketchy parking garage, but she wants us to go out with her, and I say no, because I've got some dignity. I've already got a love, Shion. No betrayals in this, no Netherari, guys. I'm not doing any NTR playthroughs of Akiba's trip. Faithfulness is power. And so all these weirdly dressed girls we're going to just say no to because we have dignity and composure. And I don't know why there's 4 girls. And of course, once again, I said no. And for some reason, they think we're like convinced. And of course, they're like, you sucker. And of course, I'm not going to forgive them. Are you kidding me? I'm going to beat the crap out of them. So, for the first time ever in this quest, instead of just letting them pay me, I'm going to beat them up. I'm pissed. They have toyed with my emotions. They have toyed with my judgment. And they have toyed with my ability to make rational decisions. And for that, we're going to beat them up. So, of course, for some reason, whenever you strip, it takes you out of the parking garage. I think the game, like, isn't coded in a way that allows you to do stripping in the parking garage, which honestly does not make any sense to me. But apparently that's how it is. And I did get hit by the cat paw attack, which is incredibly dangerous. I have gotten killed by that thing. Especially in the idol quest. In past playthroughs, I have gotten killed by that strong attack. That thing is beastly. Like, it is dangerous. But of course, I got out of that, and of course I was just getting sick of fighting, so I went ahead and went for the big attack. And then I started fighting guys who I didn't have to fight at all, which became a little bit of a hassle, so I was just trying to work my way through this real quick, you know, because I just want to get this done and over with. And of course, since that was the mission, I got, my mission completed payment, and I got revenge on those evil people. And for once, I actually got out of a encounter without having to leave. But of course, the game hasn't given me free reign yet, and now it will. And with that, we've pretty much done everything we can before going to fight Zenya. Once again, I cannot take the picture of the dumping stand yet, so naturally I have to go confront him and confront my true rival before going to take one picture. So of course, we're going to turn in this attraction side quest, because while we're here, we might as well do that. Just clear the air of everything we can before having to go turn in this other side quest. Of course, we can't turn in, naturally. And it's funny because the dumpling stand's right on the outskirts of the battle arena, but no matter which way you go in, you get forced to fight Zenya. It's not a like walk up and do thing, it's like you're forced. So, I can't do anything about it, sorry guys. But it's okay, we will complete it soon. But not now. because this is going to be the end of this episode of Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you keep watching, and I will see you next time.